It's an unboxing video. Hello everyone. Welcome to Antique K's. Please like, comment, and subscribe and enjoy what we have here today. We have an unboxing of the Tarot Archtypal. It is a French Marseille deck that is pretty diverse. I found it on Tom Benjamin's channel and Duff Tarot's channel on Instagram, and I just had to have it. And so I'm very excited about this. I'm extra excited because it took some time. The first copy I ordered it, but there wasn't actually enough for all the orders fulfilled, so I was reimbursed my money and I had to reorder it. And I thought it wasn't going to get here till the end of September, but here we are, August 31st. It arrived. When I saw the notification that there was mail for me at the general store, and it was books, I thought it was the early readers I ordered for my son because I homeschool, but this came from a bookshop in France, and we are going to get into it, and I am super excited. As for packaging, it came in a cardboard mailer. It is shrink wrapped, and I'm just going to get this shrink wrap slice and then pass the scissors to my son who wants to cut open some freezies and get the shrink wrapped off. I'm really waiting for a day when shrink wrap is like just something that isn't done anymore or is only done as an extra. As a deck creator, I had to specify no shrink wrap. All right, so this is from Dystopian Tinta. It comes in a 2-piece sturdy box. This is the inside. We have a red ribbon to pull out. We have a guidebook. I'm going to grab my glasses. And let's take a look. So we've got magazine-like pages in here, which is very colorful. This is the creator. We have a table of contents. It's in French. I'm half Cajun. I don't speak French. I was scooped. And while I was scooped to Canada, which is bilingual with 2 colonizer languages, I'm sorry, I had no interest in learning a second colonial language. My time's been spent learning in my own language and other indigenous languages. But, you know, there's a whole lot of information in here. And Google Translate exists. You get about a page. I learned that from Arcane Panda, who has a whole episode on ordering international decks and using Google Translate to translate the guidebooks. And this is honestly like a pretty good guidebook. I was expecting a little white book. To be perfectly honest, the minors are set up like this with just a smaller write-up on each one. And so I'm going to learn how to use Google Translate this week. So the cards are also shrink wrapped. So I'm going to get that off. Oh, the inside of it looks like this with a nice thick ribbon. It's a nice thick ribbon. I think it will hold up longer and all that. All right, shrink wrap. Be gone. Okay. So, these are the backs of the cards. And let's look at it. So, this is a really different look at Marseille. It is not the traditional images. Why is the Magician first? Well, the Magician is number 1 and the Fool is unnumbered in Marseille. And so we're going to find it at the back. So these are a more graphic image. And this is why I bought this deck. We are going to see a lot of color for our Marseille deck. So much. So that was the Empress. This is the Emperor. This is the Hierophant or the Pope. The Lovers. The Chariot. Justice. This deck is making me so happy. I'm so excited for this. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength. The Hanged Man. The unnamed card in Marseille is the Death card. It's just numbered number 13. Temperance. I want to get in even closer, but, you know, I don't know. You might want these borders. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. The World. So traditionally there's a person in here and elements around it, and we have a circle eye-ish sort of thing going on, which, you know, we see eyes really standing out in here. And then we have the unnumbered Fool. Ace of Wands. And so this is a Marseille deck. So it is pips. It's really, I really liking this. I like the color in the background versus white. Makes it softer for me. I'm just loving the style. These are beautiful. And there we go with 10. And so here is our quartz. It's zooming in. We've got brown eyes in a lot of these clown faces. And I am enjoying that too. This is the Knight, which is a horse. Oh, look at that Queen. And that King. Cool. I'm going to tell you, I just like the cups, the Ace of Cups card in most Marseille decks. And I like this one. And we got 2 stylized fish there for the 2 of Cups. Here's our 3. I'm liking the design of the flower details going on in here. I'm just liking, I am so excited to use this. I know it's a Marseille deck, but we're still going through them all because there is differences. Like here, the 10 of Cups is stylized differently. Oh, and here are our lovely Page, Knight. I like the consistency. Queen. And I like this. I love this style of art. I'm loving it. Swords. I like the way they did the swords. This is really pretty. Okay, so I've seen this in other reviews. So this could potentially be confusing unless you count the ends, and then they sort of blend in together. And we're shown that by the color. So you count the ends to get your fourths. Actually, this might be better for me because there are times where where I do actually miscount, most particularly the swords in reading Marseille. And I'm finding this a little bit more clear, strangely. I wasn't sure if I would. But, you know, I can count the hilts, and I'm there a whole lot faster. In some ways, it makes it less to count to me. So I know there's 4 there right away. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm actually really enjoying this style that they've chosen to go with. So I think this is our first white court card. I like it when white people are the minority. That is real world representation, as they only make up about 20% of the world. We, people of color, even though I'm a pasty one at that, make up the world majority. And here we go in the pence. And we have the traditional 2 of Pentacles. Oh, look, they've turned it into snake heads. It's so clever. Yeah, 1748 to 2019. This was a card that traditionally has publisher information in it. Quite interestingly, because the publishing houses who made them, like, was a big thing. Again, I'm quite enjoying the style of the coins. I'm sorry if I call them pentacles. They're coins. Yeah, I'm finding these pence really easy to read. And here we go again with our last set of court cards. Well, and there you have it, folks. I love it. I enjoy the nods to Egypt throughout this deck in a different means than what we usually see in tarot, which is very appropriative, and a lot of the occult knowledge, I'm going to put that in quotes better, knowledge of Egyptology is just white interpretations of Egyptian knowledge. It's largely incorrect. I don't know if any of it is correct. I've discussed this with Egyptian friends before. And, you know, the occult, the white occult world's understanding of Egyptology is just a whole lot of fiction. But, you know, they did steal the idea of tarot from there. And so I like these nods. They seem appropriate and less appropriative. Yeah, it seems like what this artist is saying is, I know where this came from. I'm not putting in, you know, it doesn't feel like, and I haven't read the guidebook, so I could be wrong. You know, Europe's fairy tale Egyptology, so much as like I am recognizing where some of the origins of what Europeans created to call tarot came from. And, you know, they came from Egypt, and they came from China, and they came from the Roma. And I feel like what this deck is doing is, to me, it feels like respect versus I'm going to throw in a bunch of Egyptian symbols and European interpretations of them. I'm thrilled with this. I'm excited about this. I haven't read the guidebook, like I said, because I will need Google Translate. Let's see how this shuffles. I'm going to shuffle corner to corner if I can, because that's as close as my tiny arthritic hands can do for rifle shuffle, and it's stiff. So I'm going to do my little trick here where I shuffle half. And then I shuffle another half. And then I change that up. This is a way to shuffle thick, stiff cards if your hands struggle with it for the variety of reasons that many of us struggle with thick cardstock. But what? It's harder to do in the air so that I can show you. I wonder what keeps turning my camera like that. Okay. And then I'm going to overhand. I might edit most of this out. I might keep it. We'll see. This overhand. Sometimes when I read with Marseille and sometimes when I read with RWS, I separate out the majors and sort of read in different sets. All right, so let's look and see what I have. Let's look and see what I have going on here. So we have the 9 of coins here, along with the High Priestess and the Star. Now, this is interesting. The 9 is about, that motivation. You really feel that motivation in the 9 because, you're so close to your goals. They're with insight. You can see in the 9 of coins, you can see in the 9 of coins, how far have I come? Look at what I've overcome. I'm so close. And it makes you feel like that second wind, right? I guess that'd be a good word for it. The 9 of coins is like that when you get that second wind, or you're about to get that second wind. And this is interesting because I had a reading today on my drive, which is part of motivation, and it was talking to me about not getting all burnt out and stuff, and that is also important. But this, I took that reading to heart. I felt a little bit called out. I knew I really needed it, and I was like, okay, this is great, but also maybe I need to do another reading later that talks about how I can actively use my motivation in a good way, because sometimes I don't necessarily feel that I do. And I want to use my motivation much more effectively. And so up pops the answers for me today, and it is the High Priestess, and it is the Star. And absolutely 100%, my personality runs on hope. My personality is driven by hope. And even when I'm afraid or worried or anxious about a situation, I really try to find the hope and attach onto that and aim for it. And sometimes that is so difficult. So I've discovered what keeps throwing my camera off and spinning to the side, making me stop and restart. And it's my 7-year-old kicking the table with his feet. So we've had a discussion on that. Hope can be a really hard thing to run on. And it sometimes you start to worry if you're delusional, which comes next in the moon, but I'm not. This is the Star. This is hope. And I can turn, to the High Priestess. I can turn to my ability to access messengers and spirits in that spirit realm for that confirmation of my hope, and for strength in my hope, and for things to help keep it going and help with whatever it is I'm working towards, that I'm motivated to working towards. So that's a pretty great reading, and I am thrilled with this deck. I'm going to put all the information for you in the description box, and You might have to keep trying to get it. I had to try more than once, but I'm going to say this deck is so worth it. Oh, look what my shadow card was. The 10 of Cups. Yes. When I use my motivation with hope and, you know, in reaching behind that veil, that for me is totally my 10 of Cups. And I've got to tell you, I don't always look at the 10 of Cups and know what it's trying to say to me. I do prefer our Marseille 10 of Cups to the Happy Family Rainbow 10 of Cups. Just because of my life. So I really enjoy this. I'm thrilled. And I hope you all enjoy it. Look forward to seeing it used on my channel. And yeah, enjoy. Look out for Spill the Tarot Tea coming either Wednesday or Thursday. And I am going to be speaking with Havana from Sparkle Divine Tarot, Sparkle Divine Creations, and of Indie Deck Review. She is one of my team members there. And I am so excited to get this chance to talk to Havana and interview her. She had a huge impact for me on my tarot journey of deciding and wanting to make a deck and making my land back tarot deck. She was one of my reviewers, but it was her channel, and my son watching her tarot channel with me, that gave me the motivation and the hope and helped me look behind the veil to see that what I was doing was needed. And so I'm so excited to be interviewing her tomorrow and sharing that with you in the next day or two. See you all later, folks.